If you're the parent of a 19-year-old who went to community college, hated it, or it just didn't work out, and they realize that they're not actually spending good time there, they're wasting time, they're wasting money, but they also still don't know what they want to do, this is for you. I work one-on-one with 16 to 20-year-olds to help them make custom career roadmaps that show them what they need to learn, where they need to learn it, how much it will cost, and how long it will take in order to learn skills that they need to get the jobs they want. And I'm going to tell you how I help my clients figure this out so that maybe you can use these tactics with your 19-year-old if they're feeling lost. So the first thing I do is called interest inventory. And what you need to do here is you need to ask them a bunch of questions about how they want to live, not necessarily what they want to do, because they don't know what they want to do, which is the problem. They also don't have to. They're 19. They just need to know what direction they're going in and what they are pursuing. The goal is to give them low-risk, low-cost options to kind of explore different career paths without necessarily having to commit to one just yet. That's why college is so tough. It's such a big financial and time commitment. And a lot of kids go in with no plan. They go in to figure out the plan, and that's a terrible place to figure out the plan because you're paying and spending time to figure out the plan. And for a lot of your kids, they don't need a college degree to do whatever they want to do. And I'm talking even high-paying tech jobs, they don't need college degrees for. They need a plan. They need to know what skill stack they need. They need to know how long it's going to take. They need to know where to find the educational resources to actually learn those skills. And oftentimes colleges are not the place. So what I would recommend is take them out to dinner, take them out to breakfast, take them out for coffee or ice cream, bribe them with food, usually works, and get them alone where it's quiet, especially if there's other kids in the house, and just ask them, hey, 15 years in the future, what does your family life look like? Do you live here? Do you live somewhere else? What do you live in? Do you have pets? I usually warm up by asking some more hippy-dippy questions. Like I ask them questions that are easier to answer and more fun, because then when it gets to the boring questions, it's a little easier for them to come up with the actual answers and they're in the mode of answering questions. You know your child, so you can come up with some fun questions like what's an imaginary pet that you would have? That question seems like it has no function, but it actually does. It gets them in the mode of being ready to answer the questions that come after that actually matter. Now you've narrowed the field a little bit, because once you get their answers, you can start looking for jobs that fit those criteria. Be that they want a morning schedule, they want to make $50,000 a year, they want to live on a coast, they want to live near the water, whatever. And you help them look for jobs in those areas, or you help them look for jobs that only pay that much, or you help them look for jobs that have that type of shift work available. And you narrow from there. We call that vocational creativity. The third thing is estimating how long. So once you have the narrowed down list, then what I do is I estimate how long it would take them to learn the bare minimum essential skills to start applying for those jobs. Basically, you picture the resume they need in order to submit applications. And I mean need. I don't mean requesting college degrees. I don't mean a job that says it requires a college degree when it's actually a request and they really don't require it because they can't, because it legally doesn't require a degree. That's not what I mean. I mean, you need to learn how to use Microsoft Excel because you're going to need to learn how to use Excel in order to do this job. But this applies to hands-on jobs. This applies to tech jobs. This applies to sales jobs. This applies to marketing jobs, healthcare jobs, anything. And then the fourth thing that you need to do is you need to go and figure out a custom career curriculum. So this is what I do. So let's say you've now narrowed it down to 3 to 5 jobs, which is usually what I do. And then I give them 3 options to learn every skill that they need. So a free option, a mid-tier option, and then a fast option that's like a boot camp. But typically those are the most expensive, right? So if you're still helping your child with their educational plan or funding it, this is something that y'all need to do together. And then you budget out how long it's going to take them. Okay, like I need to live at home for the next year, but I'm going to complete this by this time. And what you're doing is you're giving them a complete plan, a complete goal, not just, go to community college and burn your time, with no real goal that they're then going to have to go find an application for this degree that really has no practical use. But that's how you do it. If you want to learn more about the types of jobs that are available for them, then please check out my podcast, degreefree.co/podcast. We have stories of people that work at massive companies, marketing, tech, sales, entrepreneurs, all kinds of things. Please check it out. Very inspiring. Don't tell your child to listen to it. Just turn it on and put it in the background and let them stumble upon it, because that's how teenagers are. And I only know that because I work with so many of them. And that's one of the most frequently asked questions I get is, how do I get my child to listen to this podcast? Secretly. That's how. All right. Good luck.